Yeah, extremely excited. Every kid has shown it too. I mean, just out there ready to go, ready to compete, ready to actually play some football, ready to have the opportunity to play in the playoffs, stuff like that if we get the chance.
Coach, what's been maybe the biggest eye-opening thing for you trying to lead a team to a comeback like this, lead a program to a comeback like this?
Yeah, just the amount of effort it takes. I mean, not just for myself, from the kids too. They have to be able to buy in, ready to go. No matter if it's literally just waking up, showing up at 10 a.m. or showing up to practice 5 o'clock, just realizing it's it's a commitment. They have to full on buy in.
Can you give us kind of an overall assessment of your offense and your defense? What are you going to try to do? What's it look like right now for you, especially compared to what you've had from last year?
Yeah, compared to last year, we were a very run team, very run heavy. Hopefully this year we're gonna try to spread the ball out a little bit and throw it. Um, Not sure exactly what's gonna end up taking into that, but ideally we'd like to spread the ball out a little bit more and throw it a little bit.
How do you think you'll be defensively then? Because everybody, I don't know what everybody runs anymore
Yeah.
because there's spreads, but now a lot of teams going back to more run oriented, so
hmm
it all depends on the personnel. So
We defensively we're bouncing back and forth between a 3-4 and 4-4. Not sure exactly what we want. It kind of depends on basically what the offense gives us. If they feel like, or if we feel like 4-4 would be better for us, then we'll do that. 3-4, we'll do that. It just kind of depends.
Coach, what's been your message to the team this year? Obviously, gearing up for a 10-game Friday night season. What's been kind of that thing you're trying to get them prepared for that week one?
Yeah, our motto for this year is compete. No ifs, ands, or buts. They got to compete from the start to the finish. I mean, that's the one thing I've been trying to preach into their minds is got to be able to compete. Gotta go.
How are you guys looking numbers wise?
We have 31 on the roster currently. So
Sorry. What's that process been? Obviously, having a much bigger roster than years past. How's that been? Kind of teaching everybody up and really nailing down the fundamentals.
yeah, we have a lot of kids who still 1-2 years of experience. Nothing crazy. Just overall having to work with them. Try to pull off that one-on-one experience. Try to make it so that they know that they're not just a number two. They're kind of just realizing that they have to work individual to get better. But overall, our kids, like I said, 31 kids, they've been putting a lot of work in. They've gotten a lot better from last season. So
I know you opened up with Green.
yes, yeah.
They're low on numbers as well.
Mhm.
They're like 23. So, but he's got some decent ball players, just the depth. How big of a factor is that for the two of you guys when you're looking at your teams and you just don't have the depth to go down to? Because he had 4 linemen.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, depth does matter. I mean, it really does. What we try to do is all off season and all preseason condition like crazy, so that we don't have to worry about necessarily being tired, stuff like that. Just making sure they're all ready, prepared, fully good to go once season comes.
This could be either of you guys, but what have you kind of been doing? Obviously, yes, as a coach, but what have you maybe been doing as a player that you kind of helped lay that foundation for future Lancers now coming back to the program?
Um, can you say that again?
What do you feel like you as a player have done to help lay the foundation for the future Lancers to come behind you?
Just being aggressive at practice so that they can be prepared for the other teams that they have to face in TVC.
Yeah, just making sure that they know commitment matters. If they're not being fully committed, then it's going to be hard to overall improve as a program. Just making sure hold each other accountable. Once they're able to do that, then it's hard to make excuses. So just like I said, just making sure that each other are accountable.
Speaking of the guys that are competing, being pretty much a new team out here, who can we expect on either side of the ball? What are the guys that are going to be
Yeah.
your stars?
We got a handful of them, honestly, in my opinion. We have Ty for one of them. Then we got Johnny Campanero. We have Brody Rudder, um,
Will,
Will Morgan, and then probably
Evan,
Evan Hill,
Evan and Gabe.
and Gabe Bray. Overall, I mean, we lost 4 seniors last year. So I think if I remember correctly, every kid from last year is returning, other than those 4 seniors. So it helps that they have built from last year, and then they're building into this year. So I mean, really, everyone returned from last year except for the 4 seniors, and then we just kind of improved and added on to it. So it just overall, all the guys are ready. So.
You feel like offensively you're gonna focus with one or two players as your key guys, or you're gonna try to incorporate as many people in the offense as possible to give you more balance?
Realistically, I want to get the ball to our playmakers, one way or another. That's the name of the game. Get it to the playmakers, let them run, let them score. If that's the way we gotta do it, that's the way we gotta do it. But ideally, yes, I would like every kid to have a chance. But the name of the game is to score more than the other team. So whatever we have to do.
Ty, are your classmates excited to be back out there on Friday nights? Are they talking to you guys about, being ready for football?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody's excited for Friday Night Lights again. Having a new team, 10-game season for the first time in a couple years. It's pretty exciting.
Ty, what excites you most as a player about getting back to that full season?
Having the opportunity to get playoffs, obviously, and just playing with a team longer than just 5 games.
No, go ahead.
Ty, do you have any games on the schedule this year that are circled that might mean something more to you?
Fairfield Christian and Belpre.
Why is that?
Belpre, TVC rivals. That's how I see them.
Awesome. Anybody else?
Just kind of more about the program. Have you had thoughts, should this year go well, when do we think about going back to the TVC, or is that still something that's too far away?
Yeah, so it's already been an agreement. Next year, we're going to have a partial TVC schedule. And then the following year, we should ideally be fully back into it. I believe next year we have, I want to say like 4 TVC games. And then obviously then the next year we'll be all the way back in it. It's just based off of the rotation thing.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Ty.